sad.
Aye. How are you finding lockdown anyway, lads? Like, what's happening?
I was having a conversation with my girlfriend there. We went on a wee walk and she turned around and said, it's been quite easy, innit? And she was providing context saying, in comparison to what she thought it would be and how bad it is for some people. And I said, I genuinely, I said, no, it's fucking horrible. And I think that's because I'm getting to the point where like I'm back at work now and I've got a structure, but I hate working from home, and I'm ready to lock something into the diary to look forward to. It's nice, you know, I'm in a very privileged position. I've got a back garden, I've got plenty of entertainment. I've now got a bit of structure in my life, but it's very difficult when you've not got something to look forward to or a goal to run towards. So I'm trying to numb myself to the fact that I've got these feelings every single day, but I'm ready for fucking getting out of here, because there was some depressing moments right at the start and I muddled my way through, and now I just kind of want to go out and fucking like see water. I said that to someone the other day. So like, what's the first thing you want to do when you get a lockdown? I want to go and see fucking like Loch Lomond or something, just get myself involved in nature. And I wanted the other day to go to the pub for the first time in 6 weeks. I just sit down and chat shit with my mates. And
I've seen you tweet that.
And it's something that I'm not really bothered. It's not something that I crave every week, you know, going to the pub, but it's something that I really wanted the other day. And Shane popped by, socially distanced yesterday.
Oh,
I know.
Boris's outrage, Shane. Fuck's sake.
I'll support Rangers. I'll do what Boris does. I don't, to be fair. I just want to make that clear. I don't.
But it was weird, man. I don't know if a lot of people probably experience this. I was looking at him and I was looking at his face and I was going, I've not seen this guy's face in 6 weeks and it looks so weird. And it was somebody I'm used to seeing every single day. It's like, remember when you came back from holiday when you were younger and you were like, you go back to your house and you're like, this looks weird. It's strange walking in your house. That's what I felt when I looked at him. I was like, does he actually look like that? You know, I built up this different memory. So it was just fucking a strange moment. I was like,
I got sexier in your mind over the time. Like, were you like, oh, that's Shane? Oh.
You looked a wee bit older, mate.
It's like when you see your niece or your nephew after like fucking 3 months and you're like, they've grown. Like, oh, look, what Shane's grown.
Hasn't matured, but he's growing.
That way, yeah.
That's kind of where I'm at. Just try to numb myself to the fact that there's a lot that I wanted to do this year, and there's a lot that I'm still craving. But aware of the situation, man. Like, I'm in a privileged position in comparison to others, and I know it's the right thing. Like, especially with what's coming out today. I know we're in the right fucking scheme of things. You know, we're in the right position, but we're trying to achieve in Scotland, so always need to take that into consideration.
But do you think about like the whole, like, I mean, I know we're making a joke about fucking I support Rangers and stuff, but there definitely seems to be another sort of fucking split between Scotland and England, like people claiming that Nicola Sturgeon's just stirring the fucking shit to have a sort of political pop at Boris Johnson, but also it's getting reduced into fucking Celtic v Rangers. Celtic fan, of course you'll want to be in lockdown, you're a Celtic fan. It's like this sort of weird, like, I don't know, like splinter that just seems to keep happening, like sort of issue after issue. You think maybe this will bring us together, like nah, this one's not going to bring us together either. This is another fucking issue for us to fight about.
It's like the most fascinating thing about polarising everything in Scotland, and particularly like to tie it to football, is the fact that we now have people who think that Neil Doncaster's quite good at his job. just because it's Rangers that are going at it, he is still shite at his job. Like, just because it's Rangers doesn't mean that he's not bad at his job. But that's like what is coming down to. Everything's getting split, and James kind of touched upon to put today into context. Boris's big announcement is fucking 3 or 4 hours away, and that was it. Stay aware. The message has come out, and I haven't watched the news. I haven't watched live TV probably since about mid-March, because stuff like this just infuriates. Like, I can't even begin to describe how angry stuff like this makes me when I see it and I read it, and it just makes me dead pensive. Like, I am the the some people that Chloe referenced to James earlier. Like, this fucked me. Like, it's going from bad to worse for me. But I can cope with it. It's fine. But the problem is with these fucking cunts, man. These utter fucking cunts that fucking lead us out of it. You're struggling to find the hope or the positives as to where this light at the end of the tunnel is going to be, because it's just fucking wankers, man. Let's see that comedian, is it Michael Spicer, that does the stuff where it's the view from the other room and he pretends that he's talking to the politician. They're dead funny. So there was one yesterday put out, and it was that Matt Hancock speaking, and I couldn't enjoy the comedy of it because it was the first time I'd seen this guy try to speak in the context of coronavirus, and he was talking about that app getting launched, and I was like, this isn't funny. Like, I get what Michael Spicer's doing is really funny, but how can I find this funny when this guy is in charge of health in the midst of a pandemic? It's fucking embarrassing, man.
They don't inspire they don't inspire any confidence at all. I was watching some of the reaction to that messaging change today, and I seen that Downing Street had to release like an 11-point explanation of a 7-word slogan, and you're like, see if you need to get into the minutiae of those 7 words to the point where you release a statement, like, you got it wrong. And then they released the other one, it was like all the same advice. You're like, so why change the message if the advice is the same? If the advice is still stay at home and all the rest of it, what the fuck are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, so I seen somebody actually put together a generator, an actual like slogan generator with a yellow background and the green sort of zigzags and shit. And you could press it at random, and the stuff made as much sense as what the government put out the other day. I mean, it might as well have just said like fucking sunshine, moonlight, and boogie. You know what I mean? Like, it's just nonsensical words. You know what I mean? Like, no wonder people are confused.
Yeah, but you get the impression that it's fucking deliberate, man. Like, they know fine well what they're doing, because we can't blame foreigners and poor people for this. So what we'll do is we'll fucking confuse everyone so that we can then blame the people that are going out and fucking going to cunts' gardens and having street parties in Congan and their wee fucking shitey suburban fucking streets. We'll blame them instead of the politicians, because we'll stir up this anger and fucking animosity against them, and they fucking know fine well what they're doing.
These street parties were wild.
And a more positive note, you grumpy sounding cunts.
Shane, have you ever listened to my podcast, mate? Like, fuck off with your happiness, mate. Me, Matt, just sitting here. I know, fuck it.
With no political agenda, you know, coming to the country, not knowing who's left or right or what even those things mean. I think I feel for Nicola. I'll call her Nicola. We're your homies now. But I think she genuinely, like, you listen, Big Nick. I think you feel when she says something, there's an element of, oh my God, I can't believe I'm having to do this. But she's almost having to do, like, she's the mum that's having to enforce the rules, whereas Boris is like, hey, we'll pump up the economy again and we'll change the rules and new slogans. Whereas, like, Nicola Sturgeon's like, people are still hard out dying, let's not be dicks about it. And he's like, no, we're crazy, we're wacky. But, like, he's been absolutely slated worldwide on Bojo. And God. I'm not a huge, I don't know who's fans of who or who isn't fans of anyone, but I think Nicola Sturgeon, although she isn't really doing anything cheery or upbeat, I think she's doing the right thing. And I think she's in a tricky position because she does have, you know, if you were like, okay, if it was independent or it was like, for this moment in time, all the rules are set by your First Minister, I think we'd be doing a lot better than, you know, England, Wales and stuff. But it's tricky because you know what's right to do, you know the best thing, or you have an opinion of what the best thing to do is. But there's other rules you have to stick by. There's, you know, governing bodies and shit like that. So yep. I think in the scheme of the world, she seems to be doing like the right thing, and she seems to, you know, everything she does seems sincere, like she is trying to do the right thing. Whereas all the like obstacles she's up against, the kind of like political, and there's like mad agendas behind them, and you're not hearing the right information, or you're not getting information that makes sense. Like the big difference between, say, like New Zealand, who are now kind of in the last 2 weeks, I think they've had about 4 or 5 days of no deaths. no new cases.
Yep.
And they everything they do is like every day they explain how many deaths, how many people, how many new cases, where they are, new tips and stuff like that. And like they know so Monday they're going to level 2, which means professional sport without crowds can happen again. And basically you can still hang out with people, but no more than 10 people at a time. And like there's, funerals, weddings can have 100, but you have to apply. And, there's special cases that you can do those things, but they've known that's coming for about 2 or 3 weeks. And they've gone, look, if everything goes as we hope, and the way we're going at the moment, level 2 will be this date. We'll let you know if anything's changing. So I think, I don't know, it's always going to be easier with New Zealand because it's a fucking island in the middle of nowhere with 5 million people, and it's huge. But that's the frustrating part, is like all my fucking friends and family back home are kind of out of it now, eh? And they're like, oh, we get to hang out with people. And Mum was swimming with dolphins the other day, and all my mates are surfing and shit. And you're like, God knows when we'll be sorted. But
am I right in thinking that and Matt, you'll probably know this if you're consuming more information. Are the Tories polling at 51% just now?
I think I seen a survey last week saying they'd picked up 4 points, but I don't know what the actual overall figure was. But either gaining popularity throughout this in the polls, but then the polls are obviously skewed by a number of things. You know what I mean? Like, but in a time of national crisis that we've talked in other weeks, like, it's not unusual for the government to get a bump because people want to, wish the government well in resolving these types of issues. Like, I was quite intrigued to hear from Shane on this, because in the build up to this, one of the things I'd said to Paul was like, the press run New Zealand's response has been quite overwhelmingly positive. Like the actions, as you talked about, Nicola Sturgeon, the New Zealand Prime Minister, she's been getting a lot of praise. So it was quite cool to hear that you have acted quickly, seen benefits, and are now starting to move on in a way that is planned and structured, and it just seems completely alien to what's going on here.
The thing is as well, Shane's saying that New Zealand's an island in the middle of nowhere with 5 million people. We're a fucking island in the middle of nowhere. All right, we've got more than 5 million people, but we have the same kind of access, and it's staggering. It's fucking mind-blowing how much they've made a cunt of this. They've made a cunt of it so much that even Wales are speaking up. Even Wales are turning around to England
They've got
and
an opinion there,
right? Well, hold on, England. Okay, we're usually with you on everything, but maybe
Northern
not this
Ireland.
one.
Northern Ireland, the day came out and said that they were going to go against.
Yeah.
So it's England that are actually stepping away from this four-nation policy. And I think if you're Boris Johnson and the guys at the DUP are saying, even when you've gave us £2 billion, we refuse to back you on this one. I mean, some of these cunts don't even fucking believe in dinosaurs, and they're going, look at the science guy. You know what I
mean? There was a good analogy where when you were talking about Nicola Sturgeon and Boris Johnson, there was a nice analogy that it's like they're divorced parents and the kid's staying with the mum, and the mum's Nicola Sturgeon, and she's got the discipline. She's the one saying, look, you fucking need to go to school, you need to do your homework, you need to eat your vegetables. And then they go to see the dad at the weekend, and the dad's Boris Johnson, and he's going, mate, I'll fucking buy you your carrier. I'm going to teach you how to roll a joint. I'll fucking bin that fucking homework. So because he looks like he's doing the positive stuff, that might explain why he's up in the polls, because people are so fucking stupid, and they just see headlines and go, cool, man, this guy's got it sorted, so I'm just going to go and meet my mates, and I'm going to fucking skip about in the streets and stuff.
I think if we take that to its natural conclusion, it's only going to be a few weeks before the stepdad Boris Johnson's out in the street screaming she's turned away and against us, because the death toll in England's going to go through the roof while we're all sitting the other end of Hadrian's Wall going, well, we did kind of tell you, you know what I mean?
Oh, that's interesting, Matt, because, we've, I've felt this since 2013. You're probably looking at five guys that are all of similar values, morals, and it'll be interesting over the next 3 weeks to see if that silent majority that's fucked us over in every motherfucking election, more or less, and a referendum over the past wee while, comes to the fore and showcases that we're not as progressive a country or as S&P involved as we would like to think. When we know there's a element out there that's already anti-SNP and pro-union, but it'll be interesting to see how that exists over the next 3 weeks and if Scotland will.
I think the interesting one will be that if over the coming weeks numbers start to spike in England but they don't in Scotland, how guys like Jackson Carlaw and Richard Leonard react to barking about this four-nation policy for the last few weeks. So they've been saying that we should have been lockstep in line with England throughout this, easing of the measures. Now, we've decided against that, as is our right, but if there's a massive difference, where do these guys who have advocated for us to copy England go? Because they look like absolute clowns.
They look like clowns for about 4 years. It's fine.
Even bigger clowns, aye.
Willie Rennie's still in, a position of power, and he's looked like a fanny for about, as you say, 6 years. So they tend to not go anywhere.
No.
I know that there's a couple of you guys are like big wrestling fans. How have you been? There's a couple of topics I want to talk about. One of them is Drew McIntyre's accent, but how do you feel about the behind closed doors? Like, I watched a couple of bouts of the UFC this morning, and it's lost something for me. Like, there's a bit of excitement when like the crowd screams, somebody gets like knocked out, and that's gone. But there's another sort of added element where you can hear them speak to each other. You can hear them pretty much fucking breathe and sweat. It's like a different sort of dynamic. But is that translated in wrestling with it being less about the encounter and a wee bit more about the entertainment? Do you know what I mean?
You probably watch more than me, Danny. I watched WrestleMania because I wanted to see Drew's big moment, even though it was overshadowed by the fact that no one was there and some dodgy editing. But I've switched off. For me, you need that crowd interaction, the energy that they bring. Or else and you don't want to peek too much behind the curtain, with people talking to each other, or them over elaborating their noises, especially in the women's wrestling, which is really strong right now. Brilliant matches potential there and storylines, but they over exaggerate the screaming too much to the point where it's overcompensating for the lack of crowd. I just switched off. I know that there's nothing decent other than, and Danny can go into a wee bit more, other than when they can get creative and pre-record a segment that's like a mini TV show. It's brilliant. But there's a couple of promotions that are doing some cool things. Over to you, Mr. Watson.
Do you think they are hamming it up more, or they're just doing what they normally do, what they know, what they've kind of trained in, and there's no crowd, so all of a sudden
they're doing what they're trained in? Because WWE, because they train them to the WWE style, which is to like ham it up to the cameras, into the crowd. So they're so trained and disciplined into that there's been examples of matches where they've still instinctively went to turn to pose to the crowd or to do something because it's just indoctrinated into them. And they go, oh wait, there's no cunt there.
Because they'll be working on their poses and all their signature shit.
Yeah, it's trained. It's like part of the training for them. So I've not watched much WWE. I enjoyed WrestleMania, but James touched upon like the pre-recorded stuff was a highlight of it. But there's another promotion called All Elite Wrestling that started last year, and they're kind of like trying to become sort of your modern day WCW that are going to like take on the big bad company. And they run their live shows or their shows, but they put like other wrestlers in the crowd. So you'll have like the good guys, the faces and the heels on opposite ends. So they're still adding something. And that works really well and it makes it dead entertaining. Plus they're just kind of going no fucks given, batshit mental with it. And it just makes it quite entertaining. But it needs a crowd. Absolutely. There's like huge moments that just need a crowd. It's as simple as that.
There's no need for it to be on just now as well. There's absolutely no need for them to have to put their fucking health at risk to provide entertainment. Like, that guy's a billionaire. He followed staff and he was just about to post like record figures of $1 billion profit or whatever it was. He could take a few weeks off, give his staff the time they need to recuperate and be healthy, but no, he's decided to keep them going.
Yeah, essentially,
it's fucking stupid, man.
Comes down to that. It's Americans and capitalism, isn't it? Like, Vince McMahon laid off a load of staff, even though they were still forecast to make hundreds of millions of dollars of profit, regardless as to whether it ran or not. The other promotion is still run by a billionaire, and they're at the mercy of TV contracts. That's the reason that they're putting folks' health at risk, still running live shows.
That's
Whereas in Japan, like the big is obviously Japan wrestling's fucking huge, so their big promotion have stopped, but everyone's on full pay, everyone's getting looked after, and it's just a case of cool, like that's it. Like once we're back, and it's like the difference between fucking, I don't know, companies that look after their staff and capitalism.
That's it, mate.
These franchises are going to make money again when things go back to normal. Like WWE are going to go straight back to printing money the minute this is over. You know what I mean? Like, so there's no incentive not to look after their people.
Aye, for sure. I mean, Dana White is fucking hired an island because he's protecting his ESPN contract. I mean, that's the length that guy's went to. I mean, he's talking about like it's for the fans, and is it fuck? Like the guy's got a minimum that he needs to hit before the end of the year, and if he doesn't hit it, he's worth $8 to $10 billion or something to him is gone. His contract is literally gone. So Danny, you're spot on, man. Like, I mean, Vince McMahon's on fucking Trump's task force, for fuck's sake, about how to get the economy rolling again.
No shit, really?
So's Dana White.
Have you seen the clip? I think by the sounds of it, you've seen that clip, Paul, but Matt, you should fish it out. There's like, before Donald Trump get told to stop doing the daily press conferences because it was fucking making him look like the absolute clown that he is. So he was reading off a list of like sporting task forces and all that, and he rhymed off Vince McMahon's name and was like, great guy, Vince McMahon. And you're like, mate, there's a fucking pandemic going on, cunts are dying. This isn't the time.
This one time I was on the WWE and I got choke slammed after, the big show. Like, dude, like, focus for a minute. Like,
is Linda McMahon not like his business secretary or something as well?
There was a deal, and I don't know too much about the intricacies of it, so I'll paraphrase this somewhat. But they're allowed to run live shows again in Florida, and the same day that the mayor deemed wrestling an essential business, so they could, so that they could keep doing live shows.
That's probably true in Florida, to be fair.
Linda McMahon and Vince McMahon made it might not have been them, but like a business or something that they're part of, just so happened to make a $20 million donation to like the fucking re-elect Donald Trump campaign in Florida on the very same day. Fancy that.
This is the funny thing about this situation is that, like somebody was saying about, you don't want to see, James, you were saying you don't want to see behind the curtain too much. Seeing this Trump stuff with Vince McMahon and that deal that's getting done is literally like pulling the curtain back. The thing about this country is that, and we've spoke about this the last couple of weeks, it's done with a nice accent and it's done with a fucking smile or with a stupid fucking haircut or a slogan to go along with it. But we don't really get to see that the same shit is happening in this country. Like, the reason that Boris is desperate to get the lockdown like eased is so that his billionaire mates will stop fucking harping the ear off him every day about when are we getting back. It's got fuck all to do with safety, or this is literally about fucking capitalism and greed. And people are going to fucking die because of it, man. It's insane. I find it like absolutely mind blowing. But at least in America, we get to fucking see it.
The quote was there. Like, what was it, 6 weeks ago? The quote was there from Dominic Cummings saying, if some old people die, then so be it. Like, that quote was fucking there in the fucking quotation marks in a newspaper. And then he's on the fucking medical board, and that's there for all to see. And how does nobody fucking, like, what are you meant to do? Like, we can't take to the streets because only fucking arseholes take to the streets right now. But it's there and we see it, but why do we ignore it? Like, why do so many people choose to ignore that?
Even if we could take to the streets, mate, we've been fucked up the arse by these guys for about 6 years, man. Yeah. What they do in France when they take to the streets and they actually riot and they start fucking revolution, so to speak, or mini ones, that's kind of what you need to do to overthrow this government, but none of us can be fucked. Like, genuinely, that's why we're all kind of hanging on to the hope that
Shane's just laughing.
Will come. I would laugh as well. One of the things I said to Shane a couple of weeks ago on our podcast was, why the fuck did you move to the UK, mate?
It's a fair question, mate.
Aye. It's the allotments here. There's not much allotments. Fuck it. Don't know. It's like, see, like when everything's rolling along nicely and it's coming into summer here and you can travel and you can do all the fun shit, and it's like, for stuff that's exciting for me, you guys are probably like that shite. I love going up to like fucking old man pubs in the Highlands and just kind of getting pissed or some cunt that's playing a flute and shit like that. And that's a cool thing to do that doesn't really happen as much in New Zealand. Like, pub culture doesn't exist in New Zealand. Like if you go to the pub more than once a week, you're a bit of an alcoholic. Whereas here, it's like, yes, pub, yeah, why not? Fuck yeah. But don't know. See, like when it's still going well, I quite like it in Scotland. People are nice. Weather's a bit shite, but in summer it's cool. But fucking yeah, the other day when Mum was fucking outside her house on a paddle board and dolphins are doing flips in front of her and she's taking photos, I'm like, fucking hell.
You're and just seeing a guy fall into a pond in Alexandra Park.
Getting chased out off a swan.
It's one of those times. There's always going to be like, you know, you go, fuck, I do intend eventually to go back to New Zealand. It would be nice to go back now for a bit, but I don't know, you know, got a house here and stuff. I like it here. It's just, it's cool that like, yeah, fucking Prime Minister's the best lady in the world, and she's a DJ, and she's cool, and she's fucking got a country out of like this whole thing, and you're like, fuck, that's really cool about New Zealand. But I guess when you're in New Zealand, it's just business as usual, so you don't get excited about shit like that. You kind of get to have fun and laugh at fucking Trump and Boris from the other side, but you still got your own problems. Like they probably aren't as chuffed with how they're doing as, you know, I am for them, or this side of the world goes, fuck, New Zealand's nailing it. Whereas they're kind of like, it is what it is. It's all due to perspective, you know, like they've had a month off work and they're like, fuck, this sucks, you know. So,
what's the politics like in New Zealand?
Basically, you've got National and Labour. And Labour looks after the people but costs the country heaps of money. And then National kind of fucks the people a wee bit but makes the country lots of money. So they I've
heard that somewhere before.
I think I read that in the Daily Mail. Did we know
that? No, that sounds familiar. Is that like a movie plot or something?
But that generally, and they kind of usually get a few. I've always voted Labour, but the people in my family that vote National, and it's kind of quite funny. It's like you wouldn't call someone a mad cunt if they vote for National, but it's less exaggerated there. It's kind of everyone generally thinks that you kind of, if your party gets fucking 2 terms in and they fixed a lot of shit that needs to be fixed, you kind of in the back of your mind go, ooh, our country is actually really broke. We need to kind of, you know what I mean? So it does make sense the way it's done there. But yeah, it was a bit shit. Like I've always been a Labour voter, and Labour had no one fucking ages. And see Jacinda Ardern, she wasn't even the leader of Labour until 6 weeks out from the election. Like Labour had just this old boy that was shite, and basically they were like, see that guy shite,
white guy,
bring Jacinda in, and in 6 weeks she became the Prime Minister. Like it was fucking mental. But she obviously had to do a deal with the devil to get there. There's a guy called Winston Peters who is the cuntiest. He's just a sleazy old man, and he changes his politics every fucking election year, and he just, old people love him because he brought in free bus travel for elderly people. So like he's got this mad vote, and he's just sleazy, and sometimes he's anti-immigration, and sometimes he's pro-immigration, and he's just.
I swear to God, I've heard this before. Like, where are you getting this from?
But yeah, so we're all like, I think now I'm fucking chuffed with, you know, Jacinda. I've known her, not known her well, but she used to be a DJ at a radio station, like proper, like on the decks and shit. Like she's a cool person.
That's cool, man. It's cool that somebody like that seems relatable is in charge. Like I think that's the one thing that I feel about Nicola Sturgeon is that she's kind of relatable. Like you were saying earlier on about like what the difference between what's happening with the Tories in England and what she's saying is she's got an explanation as to why she does shit. So if she's going to do something, she can explain why it's been done. Whereas it just, a lot of the time I feel that the politics of Westminster, they can't tell you why, because if you were to be actually told the reason why they're doing something, you'd be like, fuck that and fuck you. Do you know what I mean?
Because they're not human. They're just fucking that's not me saying like lizard people.
Lizard people.
Like David Icke, but they're just programmed. Like they fucking wrestlers I was talking about, they're just programmed fucking robots that are just drilled and trained to follow a script. So like, this is your chance to sound human. Like, we're in this fucking mental situation. Just sound like a human being. Like, you're allowed to say, look, this is a bit scary and we don't know what's going on. But they still just go fucking, look, fuck it, that cunt can't even read out fucking numbers. That Pretty Patel, she can't even read fucking numbers. Matt Hancock can't fucking speak English. Like, just be human. Like, just
That's
say
it, mate. The one that triggers me is this. See when you see them do the finger point when they're talking to you, and it's like, fuck off, mate. Like, what
Michael Gove is the worst for that, man.
That was the pure school of Tony Blair. That and then that, like, and then it's just like, fuck off, man. Like you're saying, it's all pure rehearsed. It's ridiculous.
I always joke with people that, like, having worked in call centres, that call centres were the perfect place to train politicians, because you actually spend so much of your time just deflecting what people say to you. You've got absolutely no interest in what anybody's going to say to you. And the minute that person turns their back and hangs up the phone, you're calling them a cunt. You know what I mean? Like, so there's like a lot of crossover. You know what I mean?
Serious amount of crossover. So I was saying earlier on we were going to touch on Drew McIntyre. Like, me and Matt had a conversation where I basically told him the shittest version of Drew McIntyre's story ever on the podcast, because I know absolutely fuck all about it other than a BBC documentary I watched about Mark Dallas and then seen him win at WrestleMania. I was like, fucking hell, man. Like, that dude, the last time I watched that dude on a TV programme, it was almost like he was coming back down to earth for like this big WWE chance that he kind of like squandered, I think I picked up, like, almost, or it just didn't go his way. But it seems like an incredible story for a guy that had an opportunity early in his career, didn't work out, went back to the start and then worked his way back up, and then now he's at the top of his game again, man, in his 30s. It's like, we were just blown away by the story.
Yeah, man. It's one of those ones I remember when that happened, which seems ages ago now, but it's only like, fucking 6 weeks, start of April. And I was posting up tweets going, this is the most incredible comeback story like in Scottish history, kind of thing. And people were tweeting me going, mate, it's fake. And it was like, you don't understand the resonance of this moment for this guy as a person. And
the graph behind it's real.
Exactly. I think he came into WWE in 2010-ish, Danny, as a chosen one.
I don't know. I wasn't watching it at that point, but he was young. It would have been like late teens, very early 20s.
Yeah, and he was the first ever ICW. It was Dallas told us this story. ICW started around about 2009, and he ran a few shows, and then it was all right. It was going okay, and then he kind of stopped it. Dallas stopped it, and then brought it back, but when he first ran it, Drew was his world champion, or his champion at the time. And then pretty quickly, Drew got tapped up by the WWE. And I'm no expert on Drew's story, this is just what I know. And he came in and he was portrayed as Vince McMahon's chosen one, a future world champion. And that in itself, is a heavy burden, I'd imagine, to bear, especially for a young 21-year-old guy. And he's come in and huge. I mean, a wrestler for Scotland getting a chance to go straight on to WWE, and I think he had a run with the Intercontinental Championship. But fuck knows, he'll be able to, tell his own story, or other people better informed than me will be able to tell it. But for reasons, things kind of didn't go his way, and he ended up becoming what in the wrestling business is called a jobber. And he was in this wee stable that got fucking beat up by everybody. To put it in perspective, Brock Lesnar, when he came back, battered him and two other guys in a squash match. Fast forward 5 years, he's main event in WrestleMania with him, but that's where he was. Him and two other guys that are pretty big, muscly guys, getting battered off this one beast. And then I think, well, I'll pass over to you, Danny, because you were at the show. He got released from WWE in 2014, I think it was, and then ended up at an ICW show pretty much a week later, didn't he, Danny?
It was like his first appearance was at ICW, so it was in ABC, and it was he turned up at the end. The place, so that was my first ever ICW show, and the place went fucking mental. And it was at that point he just started like traveling the world, just like grafting, just like fucking, instead of going away and going, Jack, I tried and I failed, like I can make easy money, just kind of going around the independent circuit, cashing in as an ex-WWE guy. He just fucking grafted and went out to like America, Japan, Canada, fucking all over the place. wrestling for loads of different promotions and making himself better and fucking a big jacked boy. And then, but it didn't take long. It was only a couple of years, 2 or 3 years that he was back in America with all the big.
Yeah, well, he made himself the hottest fucking free agent in wrestling. He obviously took the ICW title, and they ran more or less a sold out show at the SEC, and then the following year 6,000 to 8,000 people at the SSE Hydro, which is fucking massive.
Phenomenal
for a wrestling company. And huge respect to Mark Dallas for that. But he was also at this time the second biggest wrestling promotion in the world was TNA at the time. And he was in TNA and he became their world champion, and the likes of Sting, Kurt Angle, fucking Jeff Hardy, they've all been world champions in this promotion, and he comes in and becomes their world champion. Then he signs back with WWE, and within a couple of months he's the developmental NXT brands champion, and that's it. He didn't go straight back to the main roster. He went through the developmental system again to show that this is the type of wrestler he is. He refined his character so he was more edgy.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as he was back in the main roster, he just grafted like fuck. Humble, man. He had humility as well.
I think that's what stands out for me, is that there'd be a lot of people that are at the top level. If he's been like a champion before in that business or in that like company like WWE, for him to go back and start at the bottom and graft his way through, I think that's what stood out the most for me, is that would be really humbling. Like how you don't really hear of many people that do that, you know what I mean? Like on their own, and that guy's done it by himself. I mean, maybe a group of people you could understand, they maybe like lift each other up and they can get back to the top. But I think the thing that really stood out for me was just the fact that how humble this guy must be. Is it salty that he's a Hun?
Nah, genuinely, man. I think I like having famous people representing both sides of the city when it comes to like that, you know. I like having famous celebrities repping, because it throws our football colours worldwide. I wouldn't like it if he came out and he started calling the rest of the SPFL bullies and all that. He's just a supporter. He genuinely just comes in for the banter. He was having a good chat with Chris Sutton recently, and he keeps it all about the football. When someone changes and starts fucking talking politics or getting too involved in it, doesn't really bother me. But what you're saying there, I think that's a lesson in it. You know, not too many people take a really fucking hard look at themselves and go, right, where am I going wrong? How can I better myself? And I think if you can take that as a mini lesson, a lot of things in life. I did that when I finished work there. I took a few weeks just to go, fuck, man, I'm going to start hustling from the beginning again and try and work on a few things that I've let slip professionally. You know, I didn't obviously because it was lockdown, but I knew that I had that journey ahead of me. And now that I've got a job, I'm picking up on things that I know that I took for granted over the past couple of years, and I want to get better at. So it's about adapting that to your own life. And if you're ever in that situation, just try to make yourself fucking better every single day, kind of thing. But just support Celtic if you can and do that.
His accent does
a bit bonkers on it this week.
Yeah,
Sorry, you were saying about his accent.
Aye, he does sound like a Scottish guy trying to put on a Scottish accent.
He's got a bit of Gerard Butler going on into one.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say like Gerard Butler in those movies.
It's weird, man. It's a weird. Less said about that. Let's not insult MD. But what were you saying there, Matt?
Just when we were on, Scottish football, just the last week or two have been absolutely bonkers. I don't even we kind of went to touch on it in one show and then bottled it because it's just like a pure bottomless black hole at the minute. Like, it's crazy watching some people like eat themselves, as you say, talk about bullying and all the rest of it. But I think it's just descended into even more pantomime than the wrestling. You know what I mean?
It's just self-interest.
I don't really know anything about it. Can you just give me a 30-second update on the dramas that are happening?
I'll try and get from a neutral point of view. The season was suspended because of the virus. Teams can't finish the season. They tried to leave space to play games, which now looks like it's not going to happen, and they have to call an end to the season as it stands. Some clubs are unhappy because they might get relegated. Other clubs are unhappy because they might miss out on trophies. They've all kind of banded together with Rangers kind of leading the charge, and they've asked for investigations about potential corruption and various other bits and bobs that all so far have kind of looked like a bit of a smokescreen for something else, because there's no real actual evidence of anything meaningful that's been accused so far anyway. So it's all got a bit finger pointy and shouty.
That's a decent.
It's mad. It's mad that you understand why people are getting agendas out of it. I don't know. I'm guessing one of them. Is this going to be, if Celtic wins it? Is it 9 in a row? Or is it 10 in a row? Or
9?
It's 9.
9. And I guess I don't know how. I think Rangers not been doing shit since Christmas anyway. But I don't know nor care. But it's one of those years where you go, look, it's fucked. It is what it is. You know what I mean? It's like no one.
Poor naive fool.
It's not like Celtic where let's, it would be a better way to end the season. Let's just fucking create a mad disease. This will fuck over Rangers. A natural fucking epidemic. Fuck
Have
off.
You got a fall again?
Shane,
just thankful that you're alive.
I feel like I've tuned into the Clyde scoreboard phone in.
Shane, to put it in perspective, Celtic fans still talk about Rangers winning the league during war years because there was people in governed shipyards that got kept at home. Am I right in thinking that? We cast up so much that a pandemic's allegedly not going to make us not cast this up, or get into the minutia of it all.
Absolutely.
It's so crushingly tedious. It's so tedious. As a fan of a team who is fucking squandering mid-table, it doesn't have a fucking care or interest in this. It's the levels of self-interest, and I get it from a Hearts, Partick Thistle and Stranraer perspective. Totally get it. And
the one's going to go down. They're
going to get relegated, yeah. And to be fair to Rangers, they raised some fairly valid criticisms. But the problem is that they're Rangers and we all fucking hate them and they're fucking. So it's very difficult to look at that.
There is a bit of a rock and a hard place thing happening.
And I listened to Sports Sound yesterday, and it's the first thing I've listened because I've avoided it all because I don't really care is the honest answer because I've got more important things to worry about.
Of course.
But I listened to Sports Sound yesterday, and at the start of it, they're trying to summarise what's happened in the last week, and every cunt's released a statement about every cunt. That's where we're at. But at the end of this summary, the guy goes, "Oh, and by the way, there's clubs that have said that if they don't start getting attendance money in come July, they're fucked." And you're going, that seems like the biggest priority right now is trying to save all these teams. Surely now it's a point of let's stop and discuss kind of the future. Let's accept that, but it's Scottish football, so it won't happen. It won't happen. And there was there's some fucking ex-Hearts chairman on the radio yesterday, and he's going, it's disgraceful the levels of self-interest. Hearts should sue the league. And they went, mate, but would that not mean that it would be months and months before the league could start again? And he's going, aye, but fuck it. That's self-interest.
How dare you prioritise your self-interest over my self-interest?
Aye. I think, a reasonable, I consider myself a reasonable Celtic fan sometimes, but coming from a reasonable Celtic fan's point of view, see if there is an opportunity for us to finish it and play it out, let's fucking do it. Is that even on the card? What the fuck happened there?
No idea. I take it everybody went at the same time then?
Yeah. Magic 40-minute mark just get hit possibly.
Probably.
I don't think that your computer agreed with you being a reasonable Celtic fan, mate.
No, it didn't. It was like, you're a lying bastard, mate. Get that to fuck. Stop fucking talking shite. But anyway, if there's an opportunity for the games to get played out, let's fucking do it. Let's stop the fucking nonsense. Part of the problem that with this whole thing is that there's came this media narrative that Celtic and Celtic fans want this to be handed to them, which is absolute fucking nonsense. I don't think I've heard anybody say that. Is it even possible? Is it even on the cards? No, we don't even know that because we're getting into this, well, it's either null and void or we hand people relegation or fucking the wording of the Hearts statement yesterday, they were saying that they were being dejected for the league. It's no, wait a minute, he's a fucking bottom of the league.
He's won 4 games all season.
He's spent.
We played 30.
They've got the third highest budget in the league and they're bottom of the fucking league. Like, these are crocodile tears that these are crying, like you're saying, and purely in self-interest. But, like, for the Rangers Celtic sort of thing, let's fucking play it out. Like, let's go for it. And if that's not in the cards, then we need to all come to an agreement. We can't just sit on, well, we don't want that. Well, what do you want? We don't know, but we don't want that. We don't want it to get handed because that's unfair. But we want our money for second place as well. It's just making it impossible for any sort of reasonable resolution to be found because, and it's such a sort of microcosm of like how we find everything right now. It's all just, we're all polarized from one side to the other, and everything's just fallen into an absolute fucking shit show, man. It's gone crazy.
And
so it's all this like arguing and all this like, I don't know what you'd call, I guess, sideshow drama. Is it stopping? Or is it delaying a decision being made on what happens to, because there are like clubs that are going to be fucked, you're saying, if they don't get back into it by a certain time. Is this taking away from that, or is that slowing that down potentially, or are they just like, fuck it?
Almost definitely not. The league will probably get called this week, I suspect. And I think even like Germany are trying to get back up and running next week. But you're already seeing, so there's teams that are having to cancel games because players are testing positive for the virus. So I think in the next 2 or 3 weeks, we'll see that it's just not feasible. Like it can't come back so soon. Plus, no one's really thinking about the fucking welfare of these players either. Like, all right, mate, like, what, you fucking just abandon everyone and stay in this push for the next 2 months because you've got to play? Like,
German teams have been in full contact training for 2 weeks. So it's no surprise that, and I've seen the same story you're talking about where 2 guys showed up with symptoms and they had to basically quarantine like 24 guys. And you're like, this is before a ball's even kicked. Like, so, I don't know how viable any of that is.
The thing is, at the end of this month, as UEFA have given some sort of deadline, so the chances are the Scottish leagues will get called this week. And you're probably looking at least July before they even start training again. So it's impossible to finish this season.
Mm-hmm.
I think
and also, if you get relegated, does that financially fuck you, or is that more of an ego thing? Is there a case to just go, look, we won't relegate anyone this season? Sorry if you smashed it.
So reconstruction was considered apparently, but again, they can't agree on shit, so it's kind of fell by the wayside because of all this nonsense. So they can't find any meaningful way to work in their own self-interest, and it's all a bit farcical.
I think, like Danny says, like right back at the start, the SPFL, Neil Doncaster, like these guys are fucking absolutely terrible at their fucking job. Like, first and foremost, like there has been criticisms of these people leveraged at them that are absolutely like real, and unfortunately, it does seem to be falling on to like that sort of Celtic fans are now defending like Neil Doncaster. Like, it's the guy's a fucking dick. They're all fucking Tory bastards. Like, get them all to fuck. Like, the foul of Scottish football has been corrupt for so long that it's now just coming out against Rangers. Like, so, like, if you go back to like the 90s where guys like Farry were in charge and Celtic couldn't get players signed because the SFA delayed on paperwork, the Daily Record and the Sun and the Scottish Sun and all these people, they had absolutely nothing to say about it. They couldn't give a fuck. But see now that it's impacting their pals, it's a big deal. It's getting exaggerated. Like I said, the narratives are getting changed into this is Celtic wanting to get handed a title and blah, blah, blah. And it's just all bullshit. It is literally all bullshit. Rangers seem to be going down a sort of Trump route and like just try to scream conspiracy. Some of their statements in the last sort of four weeks have been fucking hilarious. Absolutely. I mean, it's the banter years are like, they're taking a turn for the worse for them. And I didn't think it could get any fucking worse for them.
But it's brilliant for them, though, because the psychology behind it is, they're all against us, so it'll rally their fans from looking at what
mentality.
Yeah, so their season ticket books will be fine as soon as it all resumes because it's us versus them. We need to get behind our club, you know. Whereas what's on the pitch is really, really fucking lacking, and no one is having that. Well, they were starting to have that conversation as fans just to the tail end of what was potentially this season. But right now, that's all forgotten about. Gerrard's got like fucking 2 years more on this because everyone's forgetting how shite he was.
That's if he wants it. Fuck's sake, man. I don't know, man. I think the cunt will be fucking running a mile, but good riddance to him. How do you feel about football returning behind closed doors? I mean, I'm not really getting excited by it, if I'm being honest.
I don't think I'm excited by any sport behind closed doors for exactly the same reasons we were talking about with the UFC stuff, where, you know, the atmosphere is part of the experience, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Maybe snooker.
They're starting to do rugby in New Zealand behind closed doors, and rugby has got a shy atmosphere anyway. So I love the game, but like the crowds are pretty boring and pretty tame, especially in New Zealand. We're all like, "Ooh, good, yes." Like that's as loud and as enthusiastic as we get. But I'm hanging out for it. But like I imagine, you know, football players or football fans will be the same. Like, and I guess the clubs that are a bit fucked, if it is played behind closed doors, are they getting like the mad TV rights, or is that going to help them, you know, their club survive, or is that not going to really have an impact on them? It's more on the bigger clubs.
Don't hear anybody talking about refunding season tickets. So you've
got
to imagine that
Rangers have offered a voucher. At some point, I think it was for like 20 or 30 quid or something for the home games on them. But what Shane was talking about there, I think a viable way to ensure the survival of these smaller teams is to get a camera set up and then a subscription service or a game-by-game service where you can pay for what is your ticket. Season tickets get it for free, but people can buy a gate money, you know, like get into the game and watch it. It'll be shite quality for the lower ones, great quality for the higher ones. Yep. And I think that's a way to ensure their survival.
Well, what Shane just said is the exact argument or conversation that should be happening in Scottish football right now. That's the stuff that should be getting discussed, not this fucking tedium of he said, she said, all that. It's a very, very fucking viable and valid thing. We're not going to be in a football stadium this year. It's as simple as that. So do you look at a subscription-based thing like James has said, because the Premiership clubs already have that, but it's for foreign fans. It's like if you're international subscribers. Yeah. So do you stick with your current deal so Sky can show whatever they want to show, but the Saturday 3 o'clock stuff, I should be allowed in my flat in Glasgow to watch fucking Hibs at home to whoever, Motherwell on a Saturday afternoon. Because I go home and away. I go to every Hibs game, and I'd quite happily sit and watch it in the house. I'd give it a go. I can't see me on a Saturday afternoon in fucking September going, nah, do you know what? I'm not going to watch this Hibs game because I'm going to go for a walk instead. There's nothing else to do, so I'll probably still watch the Hibs game.
The protection of 3 o'clock kickoffs is exactly why you can't have these subscription services. So the Celtic TVs, the Liverpool TVs, the Man United TVs are all there for foreign customers because UK law states you can't broadcast 3 o'clock kickoffs in the UK in case you impact attendances at the games. Now, with those games no there and those attendances no there, it probably does make a level of sense to like maybe suspend that rule and say to clubs, look, you know, if you want to broadcast games out with your original TV deal, then wire in, set up an app, get people's usernames, take your $5 off them, show them the game. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'd love to see that. If it goes to a closed doors thing, I'd pay.
And would pay for it. Would happily pay for a digital or even your season ticket, because folk know fine well that they're not paying expecting to go to games next season. They're paying to support their club. They're paying to keep their club going. So if you make part of that season ticket digital access to watch the games, plus you then do digital halftime draws and you can fucking buy extra shite for the shop, fans will make sure that their clubs exist. And then when you go down to the lower levels, all right, fucking, I don't know, let's use Clyde as an example. Nobody's going to be paying for a subscription to watch Clyde. There's only going to be a handful of people. So surely then to any lower league club, especially if they've got terracing, could you maybe look at making it all ticket with access to 200 people? Because you could socially distance in Broadwood, absolutely no bother, 200 people. What's your average crowd at a Clyde game? 300-400 people? You could spread that around in Broadwood. These clubs have such, especially at the end of this month, they'll have next to no players under contract. So if they're in a position where they can let a couple of hundred people in, whether it's to fucking Clifton Hill to watch Albion Rovers or fucking whatever, you could get enough people in and space them all out. But it then boils down to getting fans to behave and fucking stay away from each other, because it's human nature. You score a last minute winner, you're going to jump into the arms of the guy next to you. So
I think that'd be difficult though, but see if you're talking about the SPFL leading from the front and a more rounded approach, you could have them deal with it all. So it's a subscription-based service for the full of Scottish football.
For the SPFL itself.
Then they disseminate the money downwards. That way they can look after and allocate funds to struggling clubs in the meantime. Then that's not the responsibility of, you look at a Clyde, they're not going to be able to fucking get everything in place for what's going to happen. Then you can build an overall sponsor in it as well. You're the sponsor for virtual Scottish football all over, and you can do that in each of the leagues, and then that way people can be financially recompensed for it.
I think
every broadcaster wants to be able to go with pay-per-view. You know what I mean? Like, if you give them a viable pay-per-view option that they can roll out on a wide-scale basis, it's not just going to be football that goes for it. Like, you would have your UFCs and whoever else out there that might be in a position to still do closed doors but don't have access to crowds in the same kind of manner. Like, it's a model that would fit a lot of people's purposes.
Amazon could do it, man. Like, and I know they're not a fucking best company in the world, but they've already started dipping their toes in with the Premiership stuff. They seem like a company that's ready built from a technology standpoint. They could roll that out.
The technology's there for everyone. It's the same. It's a company called Sports Media in Scotland, with the exception of Rangers. Rangers is in-house because it's fucking Rangers. It has to be different for everyone, doesn't it? So, but
they can't afford Sports Media, mate. That's their fucking problem. They've got some wee guy with an iPhone in the fucking corner.
Now, Paul, stop bullying them.
I'm a reasonable Celtic fan.
I think with the exception of Livingston and Ross County and Rangers, so that's 9 Scottish clubs, I think, that are all signed up to this company already. So it's tailor-made. It's there for them to be hosting these games, and then you branch out into the lower leagues. And I don't know. I've always been a fan of the digital subscription for Scottish football, but I'd love to see a proper SPFL-based digital subscription with the money spread between the 42 teams. I'd watch a fucking League Two roundup show quite happily. Give me a half-hour, 45-minute League Two highlight thing on a digital platform.
I think
I would need the terms and conditions to include no Chris Boyd or Chris Commons, though.
Yeah, fine. Fucking sure. Aye, man, fuck's sake. No fucking hair transplants. The fucking the people at Sky, the executives at Sky and stuff, they just wouldn't let this happen. The guys like Doncaster have got personal relationships and business relationships with the guys that negotiate these deals at Sky, and I think that one of the big hurdles is that it's so viable and it would be so financially lucrative to the teams themselves that they would never turn back. There would be no going back for that. If somebody like a Celtic or a Rangers was to pool their worldwide revenue and be able to show the games live every week, no matter what the game is, you can click in, pay £5 to watch it live. They'd make so much money that there'd be no turning back. Like, that's why the likes of Barcelona and Real Madrid in Spain basically put their foot down and went, we want to negotiate our own deals, because the leagues are so incompetent at negotiating these deals with which probably turns out to be their pals, that there can't be this sort of like common sense approach to subscription-based services or pay-per-view services. If you want to watch it, you can pay to watch it. They want to have it all sort of sewn up in either litigation with a sort of 3 o'clock kickoff, or a contract that basically works like a fucking noose around clubs' necks where you can't break this contract. I think probably one of the big issues right now, they would love to do this, what we were talking about, but Sky will be like, don't you fucking dare break that TV contract or you're getting bent out of a barrel. But this would be a great time for Scottish football or any sports organisation that doesn't like their current situation to go, let's try something fucking different. But instead, we're squabbling again. We're squabbling over the spoils. This is what they're trying to get. They're trying to get their money. We need our prize money, and we're ending up in this fucking, what's going to be a summer-long argument. You can see it coming already. It's going to be like a fucking epic saga, and it's going to end with fucking nothing getting done.
Why don't Sky do this online subscription then? Like, you know what I mean? If they have the rights to most of it, or whatever percentage of it, it seems like a thing that's like, all right, we'll pull your finger out and fucking make it work. It's
Sky only care about 2 teams. That's kills that dead.
Basically, 4 games a season is all they really buy Scottish football from it.
Really?
Yeah. Falkirk versus Morton.
See all the big silly money that like Sky pays for a broadcast deal or whatever. Does that go to the Scottish football governing body, or does that go to the clubs individually?
It goes to the league, and the league break it down. So Sky pay the league, and then the league pay the money based on, I think it's final league positions. Everyone will get a certain amount, and then the rest is broken down by where you finish in the league.
Yeah. And to get a bit of context, Shane, the team that gets relegated for the Premier League into the Championship in England gets about 10 times the amount of money that Celtic get for winning the league in Scotland.
Fucking hell.
So it's a hugely imbalanced sort of thing as the football TV rights in the UK. It's pretty crazy, but I would genuinely like to see a bit of innovation, but unfortunately we're going to get caught between the old way of doing things and the way that we want things to get done, and I think we'll just end up getting fucking nothing out of it. Do you know what I mean? It'll be, I don't know, who knows what way that's going to go. So what types of things have you been watching? We've been doing a thing every week where we talk about what our latest fucking Netflix binge is all about, and have you been watching the thing about Michael Jordan?
No, I've been watching Irish Teenagers Shagging, mate, on BBC Three. That's basically it. Started
from a webcam on an online
I got caught up in the normal people furore that's been going on.
I've seen people talking about this. What is it?
It's an adaptation of a book by an author called Sally Rooney, and it's kind of a journey of two Irish teenagers into their early 20s, from Sligo to Dublin, and their relationship unravelling, and just kind of the problems and growth and family issues and confidence and mental health issues that they
So it's a comedy then?
Aye, but it's, do you know what? It's all...
Is it a TV adaptation of a podcast?
It's pretty much the only constant throughout this whole programme is in every episode the shagging, the teenage shagging going into early 20s shagging. So it's good if you want to look at stuff that you might be missing.
Some young people shag.
Aye.
Find out what the kids are doing, I think it's not even watching them shag, it's just finding out what you're not doing and what you need to brush up on in your own sexual performances, maybe.
What you were once doing when you were younger, kind of thing, you know?
And now you have to stretch, Now you have to go, wait up, before we bang, I'm going to warm up and do some yoga.
It's all right, though. It's half an hour episodes, 12 of them, and it's quite decent, man. You get into it. The actors are really, really fucking good for the material that's there.
I took one of Matt's recommendations and started watching Westworld, and
nice.
Fuck me, man. Wow. Unbelievable.
So good, isn't it?
Is that not one of the ones that got, the longer it's went on, the more people have went, it's getting a bit,
Well, I'm in season 1.
I still quite like it. I think the first and second seasons were brilliant. The third season is very different to the first two, but I still really enjoyed it.
I'm fucking hopeless at watching new stuff on TV because I'll start watching something and it annoys me when it gets shite. So I'll just wait until it finishes altogether. So I've never watched Game of Thrones now because everyone hated how it ended. So there's no point in watching Game of Thrones. The ending shite. So
it's a fair comment, mate.
I watched the documentary thing this week. I've not finished it yet, but it's called McMillions. And see that McDonald's monopoly that you get over here?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So they had to stop doing that in America because it was like, all being used by like gangsters and stuff, and it was gangsters were claiming the prize and just giving it to their pals. So it's how the FBI unfurled all that. And that's been quite interesting. Makes me want McDonald's.
McMillions, where do we find that?
Well, I've got that I've got VOD on my Fire Stick. So it was an HBO documentary. So whatever fucking legal platform streams HBO documentaries.
Right. Yeah. VOD on your Fire Stick doesn't sound like fun, mate. I've got to be honest.
It's fucking, honestly, I don't know how much we can advocate piracy on podcasts, but...
Oh, you can do what you want. Like, you can do what you like, mate. It's fuck it.
£35 for a year subscription, and it's fucking 3,000 TV series and 12,500 films. You don't.
What's the guy's Twitter feed? Go give me.
I'll put the Facebook link up.
Yeah. Danny's on commission. It's funny you should say that you give up on TV shows when you think it's turned shite. I'm trying to work my way through Marvel right now, like chronologically, including the TV shows. And I'm on a TV show called Agent Carter, and I fucking hate it, man. I'm like,
shite on
I love her.
No, she's
I like her.
She's brilliant.
Sorry, I went in with both feet there, didn't I?
But I'm 3 episodes from the end of season 2, and I think it's only got 2 seasons. But I'm like, I'm going to fucking keep going, man, just in case there's a little Easter egg or nugget, even though I hate it, just so I can say that I've completed it. And that's the type of person I'm
Star Wars.
TV. Just going the whole way through because you're like, I need to do it. I've committed to this now.
Became a pure slog with me. I did it with Star Wars, and I'm still, now that the missus has got a Disney Plus subscription, working my way through the Clone Wars because I heard Darth Maul pops up in it. I'm in the middle of playing the Star Wars game, and there's like episodes that tie in with the game, and I'm like, right, I'll get to it. And I fucking watched like 4.5 seasons of this pish before I actually got to any of the storyline that ties in with the game or Darth Maul, and I'd actually sickened myself by that point that I got to the bit I wanted to be at watching and was like, nah, fuck this, man, I'm done. I mean, wow.
That's what Danny, you're just saving yourself all this fucking hassle, mate.
Yeah. All this pain and heartache. During like this whole lockdown, I've just kind of gone into this weird state where I'm just trying to entertain the teenage version of myself. So, like, watch the Michael Jordan thing. I bought some Jordan shoes. Like,
nice.
Before I actually bought the shoes before I watched the documentary, but I was like, "Fuck yes!" Because
do you wear the shoes while watching the documentary? Because that's the only reason for doing it in that order.
I liked the shoes before they went mainstream on that documentary.
Well, yeah, like a week before, but I mean, those shoes never haven't. They've always been huge. But the big one I've been watching is: have you guys heard of Thrasher's King of the Road?
No.
It's absolute, like, just dribble. Like, it's honestly, there's no, like, nice theme to it. It's just, like, jackass with professional skateboarders going on road trips for, like, the Thrashers done this thing called King of the Road, where it's like a scavenger hunt skateboarding competition over 2 weeks. And I used to be, like, a sponsored skater. I used to be decent. And it's inspired me to go buy a skateboard. I actually bought 2. And like start skateboarding at a shitty park down the road, and like it's honestly, it's so much fun to watch. It's mind numbing, and my girlfriend fucking was like, "Oh my god, not this shit again." And it was inspired me to go for my exercise, start skateboarding and injure myself, because it's the most humbling thing when you were once good at something, and in your brain you're still that good, but you go and try and do it, and you're just shite and old. And you're like,
where's your closest skate park? Whereabouts are you in Glasgow?
So I'm in Denniston. There's one near Celtic Park, and it's so rubbish. Like it's literally the worst thing in the world. But it's smooth concrete, and no one's there, and it's just fun to kind of have a wee skateboard around. Like I was saying, the concrete's so fucking hard now, though. Like I used to fall over. I used to go down do tricks off like 12 sets of stairs, like it's about 3 or 4 meters high. Now I fucking fall from hitting a stone, and I'm like on the ground, like contemplating life. I'm like, what's happening here? I've scraped my elbow.
The worst thing to happen in this world is concrete getting harder. It used to be so soft.
Big Macs and chocolate bars are getting smaller, and concrete's getting fucking harder. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, I swear in New Zealand the concrete was all bouncy.
See, on the subject of what I was going to say, on the subject of watching trash, like my missus is the fucking world champion at it, so she is. Like, I came in here the other night and she's sitting on her iPad. She's watching like basically B movies, like shit TV movies that have never been seen or heard by anybody. And I kind of sat down and was like, "What's this?" And she's pure of this movie, and it's like the woman who plays one of the spies in S.H.I.E.L.D. and some dude feel like one of the Transformers movies are the two romantic interests. And the movie is about a young lassie who is escaping a domestic abuse relationship, moving out to the country, falling in love with this guy. But she falls in love with this guy because this woman keeps recommending him to her. And it turns out at the end that the woman who's been chatting up the husband is actually the ghosty his dead wife. Like, I can you know. So it's like she's
Channel 5 classic,
and getting chatted up by the ghost of her new husband's dead wife. It was
Matt, you've just ruined the end of Normal People for James, fuck's sake.
Oh man, fucking hell, man.
So I don't think you're the only one there sitting watching trash. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
My missus is obsessed with A Place in the Sun on HGTV. Literally, I've watched about 1,000 episodes of that.
Is that the one where they've got the two flags? And they like flip the two flags and they hold it up. They look at the waves.
That's masochism.
They're in company, you fucking idiot.
It's masochism is its absolute worst right now, is being in lockdown watching fucking A Place in the Sun.
Yeah. One, you'll never get to go to a place like that again, and two, you'll never have enough money to buy a house in that place. Horrible, man.
It's just fucked. Anyway, guys, man, that's fucking excellent, man. Like, I've really enjoyed doing the podcast. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
What have you been watching?
I just want to know, what's the name of the program that Catherine Zeta-Jones did in like the 70s? Does anyone know?
No, after the summer wine.
Road Thrashers.
No, it's not that one. But it's like what you guys were saying. It's like the summer bees.
It's something like that.
Something. That's what,
some
like,
tween.
You think
IMDb is going to come to the rescue.
Watching shit. My fucking girlfriend watches that religiously. Like, it's the worst fucking thing. She is, honestly, like, the more and more lockdown goes on, the more and more I realise I'm actually dating like a 65-year-old man. And like, she's like, I'll come in the morning and ask, like, boil the jug, and she's like, well, that's quite loud. And she'll be turning up this horrible fucking program. Dad's Army. She can't go to bed without watching a Dad's Army. Like, it's like,
what the fuck?
Who the fuck am I dating?
Was Mal out on the street doing a conga with our neighbours by any chance the other day?
It was the Darling Buds of May.
The Darling Buds of May.
Yeah, that's it. And it's honestly so fucking bad. But it's almost become part of my like routine now, because I'll get up, she's watching that, and I'm like, fuck it, I need a coffee. I'll watch that for 10 minutes.
That's it, man. My missus watches Friends on like a loop. It's like the end of season, whatever, 9 or 10, and then it goes back to the start of Friends and then starts again. And so I'm the same, man. I just get into it. I'm just like, okay, I like Friends now. Just sit and watch fucking Friends. For fuck's sake. Just looking back and thinking about the haircuts are fucking tragic, man. Fuck's sake. But as far as what I've been watching fucking hundreds of shit, man. Been binging all sorts, but West Wing, definitely, man, like, recommend it. The first season anyway, like, as Matt had said to us the other day, it's an amazing cross between sci-fi and western. So if you like either of the two of them, man, get fired in about it, man. It's a bit of a fucking, it's got a bit of Black Mirror about it as well. So aye, man, it's incredible. But
nice.
Aye, man, I've had a blast, guys, just sitting talking shit.
Thanks for giving us a wee shout, mate. It's brilliant to catch up with you. It's
good. Yeah, nice. I'm allowed to talk about politics on this one. back to no more politics, lads, in the future. Don't worry.
Don't talk about fucking politics. It's like fucking Christmas dinner at my fucking.
Aye.
Just don't talk.
We got the football. We got the football at our system as well. That's our rule. Yeah. Don't talk about football. So we're breaking the short period of the day.
Absolutely, man.
I'm always talking about Scottish football. They can't shut me up. So I'm real chuffed that we got to talk about those things.
Well, your specialist subject there.
And your insight into New Zealand politics was riveting, mate.
Cheers, guys.
Aye, cheers, man.
Catch you soon, guys.
Catch you soon, folks.
You know you show the fear inside, it grows below the upper line. Oh, you know you try to hold you tightly by my side when all is crashing down. You'll never reach the surface, you live underground. Sky fire comes around when the steel ring falls to the ground. There is panic on the streets, a blackened sea full of shuffling feet. Sky fire, can't you see? You can try but you won't break me. It all alive is burning bright, and I won't back out. It's day to day, night to night. We have no choice who gets to roll the dice. You'll never reach the surface, you live underground. Sky fire comes around when the steel rain falls to the ground. There is panic on the streets, a blackened sea full of shuffling feet. Sky fire, can't you see? You can try but you won't break me. Blackened sea full of shuffling feet. Sky fire, can't you see? You can try but you won't break me.